Dan here, D Speed Shop. So today, we're taking this thing apart. So my plan is, you know, the problem is you get a good engine builder and then you move to the other side of the country and you really like the guy and you trust him and all that sort of stuff. Well, two guys actually, but anyway, I'm pulling this motor out. So this mill we put in, let's call it a motor or anything but an engine, because that's what people lose their mind on. Because an engine is whatever. But anyways, this thing's going back to John. So it was a good runner. There's no issues with it whatsoever. We put a bunch of miles on it. And it was cool. But this thing was built, I don't know when he built it, years ago. And it's got like an L88 cam in it. I think that's what he called it. And it's cool, but it really starts making the power at like 3,500 RPM. Which is also cool. But as things have kind of gone a little bit, and for me, the way I want to drive this thing, I want to, why does it have one wiper blade on it? That's weird. It's a wiper motor on it. I must have been trying to impress somebody. But anyway, I ended up having a cam. I don't know if it was a custom ground deal from Ave S.E or whatever, but John took care of it. And I'm going to do a roller cam in it, which is going to change a bunch of dynamics on this thing. So it made, I think it made like 650 horsepower or something like that on, you know, kind of pump gas. I believe it was at like, 6,500 RPM or something like that. And it's cool, it's got lots of jam, but it wants to do all of it way up high. So you really got to be beating on it. And I drive this thing less race car, more street car. So by changing the camshaft, we can maintain all that power and torque, but bring it hopefully down lower in the curve. The other thing is this thing has a bit of a tight converter in it for the motor that's in it, and it has a 390 gear in it, and it could probably use more gear. So at this point, it's just kind of fun. I think it's fun anyways, and hopefully you guys do. Usually we're slapping junk together. And in this one, this is a car I want to keep forever, so it's kind of a bit of a fine tuning deal. So I put it together, now I know what I like, and now let's change the camshaft and go from there. So I'm going to bring it back to him, change the cam, and then they have access to a dyno. We're actually going to dyno it and see where the power comes in and how that works. Play with the carburetors, play with timing. There's all sorts of stuff now which we can really fine tune it for the car. And then we can make a really good educated decision as to, does it need more torque converter, does it need more gear, and kind of carry on from there. The rear end gear is easy. It's got a 9-inch, so we can change it at any time. And I did order a set of 410s for it, which I'll probably put in anyways. It's got the gear bender in it, so the gear is irrelevant. Honestly, we can go even taller if we want, but those big slicks eat up a lot of rear end gear. So the torque converter, though, it'd be nice to get that dialed in while it's all apart. So I'm going to pull the whole motor, trans, and gear bender out as a lump, and then we'll kind of go from there. Because that way this thing can just go back outside and be a roller, and all the kind of nice stuff is inside. Danny is doing her final episode for 10 days. She's actually going on a trip. By the time you see this, we've actually hustled so hard to get ahead. This is the hardest I've worked on friggin' YouTube in a while, while trying to work a full-time job, so she can have all the videos edited, uploaded, and all that, because we can't interrupt the viewing pleasure of you guys. So actually, we're literally going to the airport here shortly. So the last thing we're going to do is just pull the front clip off, because that's a two-person job. Actually, I did a pretty nice job. It's got a quick connect, 2 bolts, and actually, Danny's gone. I think she scheduled the trip around this. My parents are coming through town, so she's going to be as far away as she possibly can be while Murr comes through. I don't know why she did that. Was it on purpose? Was it on accident? We'll never know. But anyways, Murr's going to be here in a couple of days. We'll probably film something with him, but he can help me just kind of put this thing back together and push it outside. So next time you see this deal, the hood will be off over here somewhere, and yeah, and this motor and that motor, that's the other thing. So I'm driving back home, or whatever you want to call it, because this motor here, John's going to go through. We actually got a bunch of parts for it sitting up on the, I ordered a bunch of stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'll take it back to John and pay him the money to put together, because then that motor has to go in the Monte Carlo, and John has the motor for the Nomad. So it's a real motor madness. It's we're doing a 3-motor deal and a transmission. Anyway, I'll see you later on this afternoon or tomorrow when I feel like working on this thing by myself. I might just enjoy the silence.
You and the rest of the audience.
It's gonna be how it was. Lots of time lapse. Okay, front clip is off. It's also been like 7 hours. But Danny helped me take that off, and instead of doing anything on this, I got rid of that 56 Chevy. The reality is, we can't, well, I can't, afford parts for 3 cars at once. 4 cars at once, actually, I should say. Monte Carlo, I just ordered headers, exhaust. I had to get a big carburetor because I didn't have like a 750 double pumper. In the way of the world, that was very expensive. And then I got a couple, what else I got for that? Maybe a distributor. I got a mini distributor because I was worried about the fitment. And then I still got to buy a rad for it. And before you know it, it was like $2 grand. I ordered the Nomad. I had to get, what did I get for that? Oh, I got exhaust. I got an exhaust. So I bought 2 Flowmaster kits, which was very expensive. And then I got headers, and then I bought a steering column for the Nomad, like a column shift deal, because I don't want to have a ratchet shifter. What? Who am I? So there's that. I don't know if you guys have checked the price of roller cams, but wow. So we did that, and I'm not complaining. Well, I am complaining a little bit, but that's just the reality of building multiple cars at once, is it adds up in a hurry. So that's kind of three projects we got going on, and I want to change the rear end in the blue Nomad as well, so I know that's coming up. So the Chevy truck, it needs some money put into it at this point. There's a little bit of body work we could do, but realistically, that's probably a little bit down the road things. If anybody's offended by that, I am terribly sorry, and I hope I don't lose sleep over it. But we can only pick and choose so many cars, and for me, that's gonna be a runner. This is gonna be a runner. The blue 55 outside's gonna be a runner. The Nomad's gonna be a runner, and oh, I'm also going back home. I don't know how the orders these are coming out. You'll probably see it, but I'm going back home to get Danny's Chevy too. Oh, I ordered a new center section for that with some different gearing, and it will need a torque converter. So that's like not huge money, but I mean 1,000 here, 1,000 there, and you got 3 or 4 cars on the go. It's hard to accomplish it all. That being said, I really do appreciate everyone watching the ads, because you're paying for this stuff. So as always, just fill out the sign out sheet down below, and you can drive these things wherever you want. Hopefully Danny doesn't forget to put that sign out sheet in. So now what we're gonna do, I was gonna put this on the lift, but I was like, you know what, by the time I get the Monte Carlo off the lift and this on to screw around, then this won't be running, either will that. Oh, and the tow truck crapped out. So we're not moving so with the tow truck, and Danny's out of town, and I'm here by myself. How many more excuses do you guys want? Anyway, I'm gonna jack the back end of this up and see if I can get the drive shaft out, transmission cross member out, speedometer cable. We'll take the headers off, and then really, I think I'll pull the rad, all this deal right out of the thing. So we'll probably fast motion a fair bit of that. And then once we get all that junk out, this motor should come out very simple, because there's nothing around it, and we'll do motor trans all together. I'm fighting out the torque converter. If I should, maybe I'll put this thing up on all 4s. I don't think I have big jack stands. Well, I wonder if big jack stands are on sale. I can just go buy some. Oh, it's Sunday and everything's closed. Maybe not. Do I have big jack stands? I thought I had 4. And I see 0. Okay, I'm gonna look for jack stands, see where we at. Oh, I do have 4 big ones. So I can put this thing right up on stands and have lots of room. That might be the plan. Because we used to run into situations all the time where height was a problem because we had no ceiling height, but now we're good. Okay, enough yapping. Let's fast motion. If only it was someone else doing the motion, we'd really have something. Okay, so we got the front junk off, so that's pretty much that. Headers off. I'm gonna pull the front dress off real quick while we're up top here. I'm gonna have to, I don't know if I script the ground wire wrong, because I've done that. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slip under there. I don't have a creeper here, I don't think. Nope, well, option I didn't pay for. And I'm gonna bust the torque converter bolts loose. I assume it should be all easy peasy. And then once we do that, because you gotta bump the motor over for that, we'll do that. I put a bunch of stuff on the trunk, and that's where the battery is. Bummer. Anyway, we'll do that, and then all that will literally be is going to be I assume two bolts for the transmission, or maybe four if I want to take the whole cross member out, which I'll probably do, and two motor mount bolts. The floor jack is junk. I don't know what its deal is. Oh, you know, as a big deal hoist guy now, I'm not used to that, so I guess I got to buy a new floor jack, or maybe check the oil in it. You know, a little bit of maintenance on it. Otherwise, I don't think there's a whole lot. I took a break. I called John, so he doesn't want any of the front dress, so we'll alternator, water pump, pulleys, all that. We'll put in the back. We're gonna leave the headers here. I'm gonna teal the starter off, because you don't need that. And I think I'm gonna leave the distributor in it, because this one's gonna go, well, obviously it has to come apart to put the camshaft in, and then I want it dynoed. I wonder if I should do something about the oil pan. I never ran out of oil, but I do worry. I did cut a section out of it. I don't know if you can see that. That's a custom thing right there. And well, they put the ISKI cam sticker on there. So to get one in, that should be good, man. GM aluminum cylinder heads. So this thing here was all brand new and clean. Then we put a couple 1,000-mile road trip on it. Look at just the dead bug guts all over everything. I will say, I built this car probably 5 years ago, and I built it bone stock, and look at the bushings. They haven't even cracked yet. I rebuilt everything, all when Moog was Moog, I guess. That's what I did on this, is I rebuilt Moog everything, Moog control arm bushings. Like, they're all mint. It's crazy. Oh, this one's got a bit of a crack in it. But new stuff just wears out. And then what I did, people always ask to get the nose-high stance, I put in big block springs from I want to say like a 64.5 Biscayne, whatever you want, Chevy that had like the 348 or 409 or whatever it was in it. And I think I cut one coil off. And that lets it sit with a big block in it. So it's almost in the bump stops, but not quite. I think. Okay, I'll hop under, we'll get all that taken care of, and then this thing should be out post-haste. Unfortunately though, I might have to pull the distributor cap off to get a little bit room, and I hope I have a chain. I got something there to put on this, and it's gonna be tail heavy with the Turbo 400 and the gear bender on it, but one thing at a time. All right, so we got the motor out, transmission's all disconnected. This thing actually, I forgot, has this fancy frame connection thing I bought from this company, HPI, which it was a disaster in the end. I would not give them any more of my money, but the kit's cool. Anyway, we got all that dialed together. The exhaust is hanging off, that's cool. Motor mounts are out, just hanging by a chain. And it's kind of up in the tunnel around a little bit. I took carburetor's off just so we're not completely gouging it. I should spend a little bit of time and make some sort of and I know they sell those cranky things for front and back for engine lift, but they're not long enough, so I have to either add chain or something like that for a tunnel ram deal with carburetors. And typically these big blocks, especially if you're coming out of a car that's like up on stands with fenders and all that, the cranes go so high it's a nightmare. So I should build some sort of a block thing to do whatever, but we got some long bolts in there, so that should be fine. The transmission is currently being suspended by the floor jack, and actually this thing has a gear bender behind it, so I drained the gear bender oil out and drained it, and it was definitely time to be changed. I think it's only like 5,000 miles. You got to change the gear bender oil, so it's actually good I did that, and I'll have to put a piece of tape on it going, dummy, there's no oil in here, because it does not hold much, and I believe no oil is probably a problem. Now, I think I'm going to try and just jockey this thing out and put it on the ground right in front of the car, and Maybe deal with it tomorrow. Maybe tonight if I feel motivated, but kind of feeling a little lazy. Didn't do a whole lot today, but sometimes you just need them days. Whoops, all good noises. Oh. Went forward, that's cool. Wasn't smashed the distributor. Okay. She's loose. Well, you guys are optimal butt crack section. Hopefully we can avoid that. Man. It's sitting on the... Oh, the steering, right. Sometimes you gotta drop center link. You're gonna get lucky and not have to do that, or if I boned it, and I should have done that. Oh. Okay, all good noises, center link. I'll take that out after. I swap it after, or put it back together. Everything else connected, that's undone. Okay, disconnect that, that's good. I put this stupid kickdown cable in. Ow, son of a... It was junk. I paid big dollars for it, and it's complete garbage. And the end is frayed. The amount of times I have screwed myself over there. It needs just a micro switch put in for kickdown. Okay, I think we're good. Ow. How can a little piece of barbed or frayed wire cause that much pain? Okay, good there. Transmission lines are off. Man, this was all clean and shiny. And then put some miles on it. This is why so this thing, everything was clean. I painted the hood, the whole deal. Can you see what I'm saying here, guys? And then all I did was drive it. And now granted, I am hard on gear. Motor's not even leaking or nothing. There's just junk everywhere. So the guys that have nice shiny paint and all that, and the cars are nice, either A, they're not driving it, or B, they're obsessed. Oh, I should put on the Sholex here because we're doing fancy stuff. $49 on Amazon, or maybe less. To drive the thing, I just want to drive my stuff. Oh, it's caught on something. What is it caught on? Oh, it might have to go down. Oof, that might be a hassle. Yeah. Transmission's caught, or the gear bender's caught. Unfortunately, it needs more tilt this way. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna be out. So the problem is these strap, I should cut it out. There's a big seam. I wonder, no. Needs a ratchet strap on it. So now we're up against the frame. But the gear bender's stuck. Okay, let's get a ratchet strap and fix this problem. Okay, so we'll try this. Now ideally, I guess you could go to there, but let's wrap it around like this and see what it does. We're trying to put some tilt in it so the front can be tall, but the transmission can be lower. So by lifting the front, we'll accomplish both of those things. According to my grade 9 science class, which I think I passed first time around. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're making progress. Now, I will say, this is probably something this way, as long as they're going upwards, you're okay, but if she's going downwards, you might be in for a ride. The plane. Okay, are we making anything there? Hope I made it worse, better, the same. A little bit more angle. Come on. And this is... Oh, yeah, that's a problem right there. I will say, Danielle is quite handy to have around for filming stuff like this and seeing all the angles. Oh, we're on the... Needs more of that. Okay. Okay, I think we're home-ish free. Oh, we got. We'll deal with that later. Only one missed connection? Honestly, that's not bad. The DD Speed Shop. Can this go anywhere? Okay, that's cool. We're good there. Can I give this a couple of... You know, the gear vendor, I was worried was going to be a disaster for space. And while it is large, my original plan was to put it in the Chevy 2. SS caught on. It actually fit fine in the 55. I didn't have to modify the floor, which I was shocked with. Like, not even a couple of dimples. What are we hitting on now? All good noises. This is a big setup. I mean, big block Chevy. Now, aluminum heads, big difference. Oh, come on. Transmission. But big block 400 gear vendor. There's a lot happening here. That's why we got the big chain on it. Is it not? It's not still hooked up to anything, is it? No. It's just being a pain in my posterior. What the heck? How can I be that jammed up, but I can swing it? No problem. This is where, unfortunately, Danielle would be handy to have just to kind of hold the motor. Okay, there we go. Actually, I wanted to go the other way, but I guess we're going this way. How we doing? Man, what a friggin' monstrosity. You know, 16-year-old Dan would have been pretty friggin' impressed owning this. Mind you, this whole setup costs more than 16 and 17-year-old Dan's part-time pumping gas. Oh no, we got something here. Oh no, I had disconnected. Paychecks. Okay. What are we doing? I'm trying not to lift it to the moon because I don't want it to come crashing down. Because this is a couple of mortgage payments we got here. Mr. Wilder, you're in my way. I want this sitting on the ground. I will feel much better about that. Okay. This engine crane is junk. Okay, there we go. Let's put her down nicely. Okay, gentle, gentle. You okay there, girl? Oh, you know what? That's all on that ratchet strap. Once the weight's off the chain, I don't like that. So that's a 500-pound ratchet strap. And I have a feeling that the motor probably weighs more than that. Now, how am I going to figure this out? We have to kind of crank up on this. Well, it still doesn't have... Well, I guess it's holding it. All right, we'll just test the tensile strength of that and see what happens. Why is it going crooked? What is going on? Man, what is leaking? Oh. Just go down, please. Don't screw up. Why? There we go. Okay. Well, let's kind of all kinds of... Is this good? Are we on the ground? Enough of this. Okay. It's amazing what a little cheeseburger will do. Just motivate again. It's 9:14. I'd like to get this done. 10 o'clock's bedtime. I built this little deal here. Slice off the edges here. That's still hot. It makes your life a lot easier if you want to try and put a motor together or on the stand with the ring gear in there, because it'll kind of, I think it gets in the way maybe. Or I just do that because I've done it once. And that's what we do now. Okay, so we got this motor all together, or out. Let's maybe just go ahead and put you on three-legged Danielle here. Okay, nailed it. So I got the chain redone so it's kind of centered. Just to kind of put a little bit of, take a little load off the old girl. Okay. This will go back. We're running out of space with all the space we got. What a concept. So I'd like to maybe get this peeled apart. I did torque for underneath. I think I said that already. So this should just disassemble itself almost. And then the motor will be free. And then I can put it on that little cart. And I don't know if I can lift that front clip on myself. It is fiberglass. Weight-wise, it's fine. I'm very strong, but it's very awkward. So we'll see if I can get that on there. I can literally just, whoops. Kind of fell off the dowel. Oh, I guess it's got a lot more weight in it. Let's not break the case, because that's not the plan. Oh no. Okay. Ooh. Rusty coolant in there. I guess I should have put a little bit more lift on it, but we're fine. We're fine. Don't worry, there's a sump here, so we'll figure it out, skim it out. Actually, we'll evaporate before it makes it to it. Okay, so we got that dialed. Transmission. Oh! It's quite, ow, again with the poke. How is that possible? Vacuum line out, transmission, filler. Good. Okay. So now we'll just put the wheels under that thing. This can go somewhere else. I'll pull the starter out. Maybe we'll leave it on there. What's it matter? Oh, man. At least my fingers are oily. We'll do that. I'm going to clean all my tools up. I'm going to put all the... Oh, I guess you know what? As they're staring at my crotch like a bunch of weirdos there. Put all the tools away. Put everything I need, like, torque converter bolts that were kind of special. Actually, a lot of this stuff actually has to go in Monte Carlo. The rest of it will just... Well, I leave the back seats. We can just put all the parts in the back seat. Some suspension stuff. Drive shafts under it. I'll tape that up. Transmission cross member. And I actually, like an idiot, I had the water pump hanging on the edge of that, so it drained the water. And I kicked it and it fell in, so that's now lubricated. And I gotta take this into the shop and dump that out because that's full of a bunch of oil and whatnot. Man, that stings. But that's a job for another day, because I gotta actually take a tire in to get fixed too on that 56 Chevy truck. It's leaking around the rim. Now it's outside, I kind of want to have it pumped up, because if I push it far away and it leaks, we got issues. So now this was actually an SFI certified bell housing, or no, ring gear, and it had, I think it was a TCI torque converter, so it's actually got some good stuff in there. I'm happy with it. Man, this thing's dirty, but sure looks cool. Okay, let's do that. Probably jam a bunch of rags in here, just to make sure. I'll try to make sure I don't fill it full of junk. But let's be honest, John knows what he's getting here. He'll probably go ahead and clean that up after the fact. So let's get that dialed, and maybe even push this thing out tonight. That way, tomorrow I can just come home, do a little bit of cleaning. What a disaster. But then this is done, and I can get back on the Monte Carlo, which everyone's asking about all the time. Oh, you want to see how jacked up this thing is? The suspension all out, the motor looking all goofy. Yowza. All right, everything's just kind of tied together. Little baling wire should be out of the way. Pull the drive shaft out. Look at this little guy, cute little guy there. I'll tape that up. I still gotta deal with all that junk. And then I just kind of tossed all the hardware in a bucket in the car. There's still some hardware under the car. So once I push this thing out, we'll just get that taken care of. This. Well, editor note, Danielle, you may have to edit this out if it becomes terribly embarrassing. Oops, stupid camera. And we're waiting for Myrrh. So I guess that's just the way she's gonna go. I wonder if I screw up by the hood scoop or something. Alright. As I recall, at one point I moved this by myself. I think. Maybe. I think it's just gonna be awkward. Luckily, my level of care is very low. Okay. On the side. Get this a little further. No, that's cut on the header for sure. Yeah, problem. Oh, I got gate latches holding this on. People always get a kick out of that. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, this is where it's going to be tricky. Yeah, our second set of hands would be handy right about now. Danielle. Here. Okay. Do I need the engine crane? What can I do here? I need to... not hate my life here for a second. This is terrible. Oh, son of a... Nope. Oh. I broke the light off the front too. Oh, I broke the grill. Well, maybe I'll carry on my own. All right, got her on. You know, it's just me, or I've gotten older now, but if I'm listening to music, I remain a lot calmer. And when I'm just here with my own thoughts, I get a little angry. So I definitely kind of pushed the grill a little bit, which I think was just zip tied in, and yeah. I'll push this thing out. Got some blocks out there. Oh, stop. Perfect. Okay. Whew. Perfecto. So there we have it. We got a heck of a mess on our hands, as per usual. Bye-bye, 55 Chevrolet. But now, all I gotta do is take off that starter. I might pull off the pulley. I might just leave it on there. I don't think it matters. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of that. I'll grab a box tomorrow from work or something with the carburetors in and little odds and ends. This thing, the oil pan's just kind of hanging off, which is kind of relevant. But we'll go ahead and kind of wrap that up. And I was talking to John today, actually, and I said, if you can source me out some, factory GM sheet metal for the oil pan, timing cover. I actually have some miscellaneous valve covers, but just that stamped kind of chrome junk. I mean, this also looks like crap. And he wants these, so he can throw them out instead of myself. But there you have it. That's where I'm going to leave it. This will be a job for another day. I'll load it in the back of the half ton before I do my 13 and a half hour drive east, the old East Coast. In the meantime, tomorrow, I'm going to clean up, because I've been trying to do a decent job. And honestly, you have to admit, Could be a lot worse. And then in this Princess Auto bag, I got a bunch of paint, undercoating, and stuff like that. So that's planned out. The motor, everything's out of this. We can detail the bottom side. I got seam sealer, all that sort of stuff. And then I may need a few bits and pieces, but this motor and transmission are basically ready to go together. And then we can hang that in that thing again. And I'm still fighting out the painting, but maybe make it run first and then paint it. We'll see. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment below. Get yourself 55 Chevrolet Gasser. Everybody needs one. It's not a straight axle. It doesn't matter. It's a Gasser to me. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, give Danny a hard time with the comments, because honestly, this was way harder because she wasn't here because she had to go on vacation. On vacation every 10 years. I guess I'll have to allow that. See you in the next one.
You